After years of trying, she finally made her breakthrough in Latvia.
What will it be? World Championship, Scotland.
Eve Muirhead brought a championship to Scotland in 2013. However, since then, nothing but disappointment. Scotland hasn't visited the podium since their championship in Riga. Today, their task a tall one as they battle the Scottish champions. As Canada faces Scotland, Draw 11 World Women's Curling Championship next. On a cloudy Tuesday evening in Beijing, we say hello Canada and welcome back to our continuing coverage of the World Women's Curling Championship presented by Ford of Canada. A split day for the Canadians tonight, Scotland, but earlier in the morning draw, they were on the ice against Korea. And once again, the Canadians really showing resilience. Didn't play particularly well, but when given the opportunity, taking advantage, and here in the seventh, bang, through the hole, and they crack a 4 as Canada goes on to win it. And now have won 6 straight. 9-8 is your final. So they had the afternoon off, and here are the scores from the afternoon. Hey, Czech Republic. They won 3, lost 3. Look who they beat. Switzerland and the former champion Pets. Korea bounces back to beat Scotland. It was a win for China, former champion Binghu Wang. Denmark still looking for a win, and Russia still in the mix. 11-1 over Italy. So the standings top of the table. Canada at 6-0, followed by Sweden, Switzerland. Now again, we start talking about wins and losses. 3 is great. 4, though, that's the magic number. And look at all of those teams sitting at 4 losses. As the teams go through their warm-ups, and Russ, Canada just finding ways to win.
Yeah, they have. With the 4 of their victories are very impressive. They look like the better team out there. The other 2, the United States, and their last game, they just B game at best, to be honest, to be kind, but they found a way to win, and that's what the good teams do. They've stayed into it.
And Scotland really still trying to find their way here.
Well, and they just came off a tough loss to Korea, and they had played a great game, 87% as a team. What do you have to do to win a game? I think consistency, though, for the 2 in the middle are going to be the key for Anna Sloan and Vicky Adams.
And, of course, the gentleman who's acting as coach now, Glenn Howard. So it is Canada against Scotland on this Tuesday evening in Beijing.
The 2017 World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. The 2017 World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you by Sponge Towels Paper Towel. Nothing absorbs like it. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
As we meet the teams now, and the Canadian champions, of course, out of the Ottawa Curling Club, skipped by Rachel Homan, coming in with 6 straight wins. Idle this afternoon, playing Scotland out of the Dunkeld Curling Club, skipped by Eve Muirhead with Lauren Gray, Vicky Adams, and Anna Sloan. Beat the teams brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. Canada has won the draw to the button. They're playing the Redstones. Scotland, with a record of 3-3, are playing the yellow. So Canada with the hammer. And this is Lauren Gray to get us started on this Tuesday night in Beijing.
Well, second time for both these teams on this sheet, and second time with the same rocks. So opportunity to, Canada had these red rocks versus Russia in their 3rd game of the round robin.
Didn't think I'd see this out of Rachel Homan, because they know the rocks in the sheet and the advantage of hammer here. This Scottish rock is not a danger. Could have easily thrown up a corner guard here.
I just don't get the sense that they're quite as comfortable yet with all the sheets and with the rocks, and maybe wanting to settle in. And they talked a little bit about time issues. So
Eve's also, or Rachel's also had a lot of respect for Eve Muirhead over the years. You know, coming out of Canada being the best junior team. They always ran in against Eve Muirhead, who was the dominant force in junior curling. Incredible junior career, an Olympian. He's kind of the one player that's maybe had a little better record so far in their young careers. But I truly believe Rachel Homan has the better team right now than Eve Muirhead. And Eve's going to have to stand on her head, which she usually does against Canada to win this game.
Yeah, Eve herself has been playing well. It's just kind of been Anna and Vicky have posted some up and down. Not a lot of consistency from the two in the middle. But they just came off great games versus Korea. But that's the frustration, is then you lose that game.
Yeah, Korea is definitely one of those teams. They took Canada the distance, even though Canada scored a 4.
Well, we have seen you cannot make mistakes against the Canadians. You cannot, your rock placement has to be perfect. Where we've seen it, and we saw it against Korea, the failure of a guard, maybe a stone going too deep. The Canadians have the ability to jump all over it, to close off the end, to get down, freeze, take an end away, where for the majority of these teams, I'll suggest to you, if the Canadians make a mistake, those teams aren't able to capitalize the way the Canadians do.
Oh, no question about it. You just think of that Korean game. The first two-ender was unassisted by the skipper only because Korea came around a guard back button. Rachel froze, then she made a beautiful raise, scored her 2. The four-ender, same way. I thought Korea had out-curled Canada, but didn't quite get them in their proper positions. A couple good shots in a row. Bang, scored a four-ender.
So let's take a look at the keys to the game for Scotland.
Well, you just don't want to go to 4 losses. They're at 3 losses right now. That is something you've got to protect against. And then also you got to leave some room for Eve. They've given up stolen ends. If you're going to try to limit the amount that you give the opposition, and they're pretty much giving them the same amount as they're scoring, 6.8 points a game, you need to limit those steals, and that would mean opening it up, leaving Eve some room.
So the point is that since they're at 3, they are on the eve of destruction when it comes to losses. Let's take a look at the keys to the game for Canada.
Well, keep communicating, keep talking. That's been the advantage I've seen so far. You know, we've got the advantage of the headsets. This team's been able to communicate, but it's a long week. They're getting to the end of it. They got to keep that communication up. And then it's Supreme Court of Canada, Vic. What I mean by court is this lady right here, Joanne Courtney, #1 second by a mile, but maybe more importantly in this game, 12% better than the Scotland second, Vicky Adams.
The keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. Very good, both of you. Yep. Very good.
Why, thank you, Vic.
You wait for that every day, just that,
Yep.
that acknowledgement that you've done well. Little star.
Yep. This has been a bit of a change of a year, though, for this team. They ended up with a new coach, Glenn, and that brings it a little bit. You always seem to go down after you make changes. They have a new lead, new coach tactically, and you'll make some changes. And the reason they did that is because they haven't had a podium finish, so they wanted to do something to make a difference to that. And you could see a dip in their performance in the middle of the year, but now the whole team feels like they've been coming up, performing better.
I think this is the exact recipe for Scotland to have a chance to win this game. It's just to bank some ends, keep it simpler. They're a brilliant hitting team. They've always been a good hitting team. It would make some sense for Rachel to get a more aggressive end #2 here.
Really hard, really hard. Go, Lauren. Go, go, go. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, good. Just started it a tiny bit. Okay.
Up and down the sheet in this first.
Just a wee tiny bit.
More of a crowd this evening here at the Capitol Indoor Stadium because of the fact that Binghu Wang and China are on the ice playing the U.S.
Yep, yes.
And that's we've noticed when they've been out there, the ice a little bit slower than when they're not. So a little bit cooler in the building.
Especially at night too. It always heats up. Tough start to the season for her. Muirhead too, with Anna Sloan's injury. She missed 2 or 3 events at the start of the year, and that's a tough adjustment too.
Yeah, and I think Eve really misses Anna when she's out there. She's kind of one of the players that Eve turns to for a lot of support, humor. She does a lot of things for the team as a whole.
Canada and Scotland, of course, a long-standing rivalry. You go back to the days of the Scotch Cup and the first Men's World Championship dating back to 1959, the Richardsons. Our old friend Ray Turnbull used to say the game may have been born in Scotland, but it was raised in Canada. And, Canada, no doubt, the world leader when it comes to curling.
But a bit of a drought for Canada in this event. 2008, last time Canada won.
Well, it's been taken to a new high by Switzerland.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted a star today too, didn't you? That's a good. That was good.
They've managed to climb the mountain 4 times in the last 5 years.
They have. They've been exceptional.
Easy, no. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Good, Eve.
You'll see a bit of a contrast with Scotland. They'll throw a little bit more weight on those normal weight hits. For a wide open hit like that, that's the way to do it. But if you're facing 2 or 3 or you can't roll out in a situation, I'd love to see them soften that weight a little bit. And I know their coaches address that. They'll talk about you want to throw the appropriate weight for every single situation. Sometimes they overthrow a few.
Rachel Homan.
Clean.
And away they go. Blank on the board here in the first Tuesday night in Beijing. First full day of spring in Beijing. I'm a poet and didn't know it. There you go. Welcome back to the Capitol Indoor Stadium and our coverage of the World Women's Curling Championship presented by Ford of Canada. Our game is on sheet A. Watch here now. This is a big one with Sweden and Switzerland. Switzerland coming off that loss this afternoon, trying to move into a second place tie. 2 teams at 4 losses, Italy and Germany, and then China. Bingyu Wang trying to keep herself alive, and the United States, Nina Roth from Madison, Wisconsin, trying to stay at 3 losses. So those are the games on the ice on this Tuesday night.
Whoa. Good.
Interesting approach to the start of this one, I think.
Yeah, a little surprising here for Canada, in my opinion.
That's a lot light. That's really light.
You just watched Scotland lose, probably played their best game, mind you, but they lost to Korea. Then now their backs are against the wall, a 4th loss this early, and it's just about curtains for Scotland. So they have to be reeling a little bit. They lose the draw to the button. Here we go here. Corner guard now, a little too long, but that's the move to make. Eve thinks defense first. She always has. She's been a great junior player. That's the way most juniors play. They become great hitters. she herself's one of the best shot makers I've ever seen in a women's game, but they'll play a little more defensive. So yeah, you got to push it a little bit if you're Canada.
I think that was one of the advantages for bringing Lauren Gray, the new lead, on, who was a skip, actually, and Eve had played against her in Scotland quite a bit, and she's a little bit more. I know Corey, who I used to play with, coached them for a bit and said they were a little bit more offensive style than your traditional Scotland team, so thought that was a good balance to bring to this team.
Clean it. Yep. Gotta go. Clean. You're good. Good sweep, guys. You're good. Tough one. We're good. It's normal. Yep. Oh, I'm back. Close, clean. Yep. Whoa. We're good. Whoa. Off.
There's to my point, that little bit extra weight. Oh, they got away with it, but that little bit extra weight. Vicky Adams at a 77% this week so far, 89 for Joanne Courtney, a 5% advantage for Emma Miskew, also at the third position over Anna Sloan. That's the difference. That's what makes it tough for these two skips to compete, I think. They're probably two of the best shot makers in the world today in women's curling. But I think down the middle, Rachel Homan's got a little better team. So that's where Scotland's going to have to improve to win this game.
Good sweep, guys. Clean.
You know, that's something too we always talk about other countries as we begin our updates now with Sweden and Switzerland. And Sweden currently in second place, Switzerland sitting a 1 game back, and this is Anna Hasselborg in her first appearance at a World Championship, the former junior champion of 2010. And this is an open draw for 3.
Sure is.
Wow, look at that. 2 around the edge of the 12, and they'll crack a 3 right out of the gate.
That is going to be an interesting round-robin game with Canada and Sweden playing really well. Hasselborg.
Switzerland's another one of those teams that gambles so much without hammer. They miss a shot here or there. Somebody else makes a great one, and they give up 3s and 4s. Despite that, they're deadly other than that.
Yeah.
You know, they might play 9 great ends in a game.
China and the U.S., Binghu Wang, the champion of 2009, has slowly gotten herself back into it. Dropped her first 3, 2-1 since then. And trying the in-off, does not. U.S. will steal 1.
Just top 4. Looks heavy, Vicky, it looks heavy.
Scotland's another example of a team that, you know, Canada had to look at and say, this is another fully funded team. They're in the high performance part of Scotland for curling, and they do this full time. And when you're playing against teams like that, you look at the coaching staff and everybody, and they've reached out to somebody like an Adam Kingsbury and tried to compete against those countries that are doing it full time and doing a good job doing so. They've stepped back from all their jobs, Team Canada, all the players, so that they have an opportunity to throw more and, most importantly, come into events a little bit more rested.
I was going to say, you know, here's Scotland. We talk about other countries with a lack of depth. There's going to be eventually a change, and there may have to be a change sooner than later when it comes to Scotland. If Muirhead can't produce, as you take a look in the middle, and of course, well-known, your brother Glenn Howard was asked to be their coach this year, the 4-time Canadian, 4-time world champion. It's been a busy time for him. He was in Scotland for the championships, flew home, laundry, go to the Briar.
That's right.
Flew home.
And they lost his laundry on the way to the Briar.
And then basically he just changed it.
That's right.
And then now is in China. So 3 very, very busy, well, month and a half, really, when you think about it, for Glenn.
Crazy.
But, you know, I'm just saying that this lady is committed to these people she's playing with for so long. With Anna, with Vicky.
Yeah.
Now they've brought Lauren along. It may be
Are
time.
you trying it?
Me thinking.
Okay, positive.
Light the fuse, blow it up. You've got to do something.
Right, and I think they did start to do that with the new coach. With, they'd had David Hay for a long time. They brought in Glenn, tried to change maybe the position with the lead, did some work with Anna and her injury. And I think if you don't see results based on all those changes, then that might be the next step. Because they won't continue, the Scottish Curling Association, the Scottish, they won't continue to support that without results.
Sure, they're putting a lot of money into this thing.
And the other thing is, too, we've said, there used to be a time you played with 4 buddies, 4 pals. For many of the elite teams, it's become business.
Yeah, you're with this person.
Yes.
They're the best second or whatever it is.
You want them, you try to hire them, as it were, and this team may have be being passed by right now.
Well, yeah, and there are some juniors coming up, but you hit the nail on the head right at the start of this conversation was the depth, and there's just Muirhead doesn't have 5 second stones that can match, Joanne Courtney.
Right.
Or, there's not an Emma Miskew floating around. That I think that's part of the problem. And we're throwing the whole team under the bus. This is a great team. They just curled 87% and lost. The unfortunate part here is there's a whole pile of good teams here.
Ooh. Trying to keep a secret. Did you notice that? She covered up the microphone.
Yes.
There's something she doesn't want us to know.
Well, no,
I thought that was interesting. My first point was good, but then it went right downhill from there.
Yeah, the bus and the whole thing.
And away it goes. Back-to-back blanks, first and second. It's draw 11. Back-to-back blanks. Team Canada still holds the hammers. We go to the third. 2 straight days of a split schedule for the Canadians. Scotland now tonight, and then they will have the morning off. And Joanne Courtney telling me they're so looking forward to sleeping in. And then 4 games back-to-back. And right on to start it off is that game against Sweden. And that will be on Wednesday afternoon. And that will be a 2 a.m. Eastern start Wednesday morning with their 4 games. And so they'll go afternoon, evening, morning, afternoon, and they'll have the final draw off.
Line's good.
2 plays here, obviously, for Eve Muirhead as center guard to try to create a steal or at least a force. Or throw it right in the forefoot, knowing that Canada should, but maybe not, throw the corner guard.
Good, Lauren. Hey, Lise.
Yeah, there goes the corner now.
Isn't turn. There are some who just are. I know it's early enough when you're playing lead stones, but there's a certain fearlessness here in her game. That stone is top 4.
Yep.
That could be a stolen point eventually.
Yeah,
she's saying, you know what? I've got the game. I've got the team. I'm going to play a corner.
And I agree with that. I wish you'd done it in number 1, to be honest. I think it's the right way to play Scotland.
Nice judge. Great spot. Shot, Lise.
Well, yeah, for a lot of reasons, because they have had some struggles and struggling, and they just came off a game. So, sometimes that's when you get people. They haven't really, back-to-back games, they haven't really reset, debriefed after that last game and gotten ready for the next one. That's usually when you can get some errors early in a game.
Well, that's why we often talk about managing your team and sitting in the. I would have thought, not in the huddle, that given the opportunity, Canada would have said, we're going to go right after them.
Yep.
They were just shocked in a loss. We're going to take it to them. And here they are. They're going to start it up right now. So Scotland comes in with a record of 3-3. And look who they've got still to play. Canada now. Ping Wang, former champion. Pets, Switzerland, champion. And then you've got Germany and Czech Republic who are coming off a win. And as we said earlier, Czech Republic really is the surprise so far in round robin.
China and Bingy Wang are starting to turn it around too, so it'd be a bad time to play them also.
That's really isn't it, Russ, where you get some teams later on in the week that have started to figure it out, and you don't want to run into them later in the week. You'd rather play them earlier in the week.
This is one of those fields, in my opinion. You look at Korea, China, USA, you know, possibly Scotland if they lose a couple more. That you look at them, go, well, Korea's probably not going to make the playoffs, or China's not going to make the playoffs. But when you go to play them, it's like, like they're quite capable on a 10-end game of beating anybody in this field.
Hard, Anna! Really hard, really hard. It's good. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Well sweat. Good.
There's the risk you talked about, Vic. You ignore the one in the button, throw one up.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Well sweat. Good.
Still, they've got Team Canada's got a corner guard to work with.
Straight through. Yep. Whoa. Close. No. Close.
Oh, is that any good?
And right underneath, an update for you, Sweden and Switzerland. We saw Sweden get 3. They're sitting 2 now, and that's what's facing Switzerland. And the champion of 2015, Elina Pets.
Normal. Yeah, solid normal. Yeah. There's a curl. Not too much. Yeah.
Boy.
And to the back of the 4 for a single.
Hard. Whoa.
And they angled it back, and very nice. They're now under cover.
Good.
A little bit of a guess, too, for Scotland out there. They hadn't seen a rock down that path.
That's where that firmer weight, I think, does pay off.
Took the guesswork out of it.
Back 4.
Yeah.
Okay, gets to the nose.
You're kind of close to this in practice, right?
Yeah, I think it seems decent speed here.
Yeah. It's back 4.
Okay, I'll throw back 4 weight from practice then.
Okay.
It gets there.
8, 9. 9.
Lean it.
Nine's not the number they're looking for.
8.
Wait on, Lee. Room.
Wait's there.
Needs to curl.
No,
Needs
wait's
to
tapping.
move.
Just a shade heavier than they wanted, so therefore it's going to kick open.
Nice weight, Joe.
Not far off.
No, just didn't finish as hard as we've seen.
Shoot.
Weight was good.
Normal.
That's the one thing, too, Canada's going to have to watch with. With some of the teams they've played, they've received some strategic breaks, you know, tactical calls. Scotland, they won't get that. There won't be a lot of, if you're going to get any breaks from Scotland, it's just going to be an execution miss now and then, but it won't be because they called an end run and gave you an opportunity.
I know with Glenn coaching them too, he's going to play the percentages. He's going to have, and that's what we exactly, you've well said. We saw that mistake with Russia. We saw that mistake with China giving up the 4, chasing around a corner guard. That shouldn't happen here today, I don't think, with Muirhead.
Go. Okay.
This is 3.
Well, if you stick that double, you're pretty close to being buried.
Yeah.
Didn't do much.
No,
actually.
I didn't
thought
do much,
because you
but then
came
from kind of, I thought it would curl. Yeah. Okay. Stay close.
It's a little solid. Yeah.
Emma miscue.
Go. Yep. Gotta go.
Looking for the double.
Hard.
1. And across the top and spins away.
That's an option. Huh? Yeah.
Germany and Italy. The Italians are sitting 1 tee line 4 foot. From Cortina d'Ampezzo, this is Diana Gaspari. Wide in out turn, I guess, to get there.
Yeah, got to get around the guard and maybe make sure you get maximum curl just to get to the spot they need here. That's the curl.
Really nice weight.
And just shy, so it'll be a 1, and they're tied.
Let's slow down in a hurry.
Yeah, it looked like it was fine. Get a little, they've been out here now. This is second chance, and they could get a little flop in underneath.
They know the spot. They made that short angle raise here.
Really hard! Really hard, Vicky!
Anna Sloan.
You gotta go!
Really hard. Vicky Adams, Lauren Gray, really hard. And trying to now, as they say, roll it away and take it all the way back.
Perfect. I think it was just a little bit down. Yeah.
Down and weight, but they at least keep the stone around. It gives an opportunity here. All they'd like to do is force and get that hammer back. Get some control in this game because it's really been up to Canada so far.
Eve was trying to keep it in around that corner, though, because now that they can freeze to that side one and be buried.
Line's good. Weight's close. Keep it broom down. Gotta be full 8. Yes. 6. Line only. Okay, well. 7. Yes. Yep. Yes. Both of you. 6. Room. 7. Room. 7. Make sure it's full 8.
Oh,
Okay.
8.
Nope. Never touch. Yep. Okay, you're good.
Great weight. You know, Joanne's didn't finish either.
Yeah,
that
that's
intern.
true.
Funny. I thought that would have gone right to the corner.
No kidding with that, because that's perfect brusher's weight.
What'd you see?
Still pretty good, though.
Room 7. Room 7. Make sure it's full 8.
Oh,
Okay.
8.
Nope. Never touch.
Watch here.
Yep.
You would think it, and now it just straightens out.
Well,
Bucky.
I think you're going to see some frost here tonight. Night game, big crowd with China out there.
Yeah. Well, it's currently 12 degrees,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
heading towards a low of 4.
I think it will curl once it passes the guard.
Milder tomorrow
Emma looked as though it was going to go more than
before rain and drizzle is in the forecast for Thursday. That could present some
Oh,
problems.
no
That
question.
gets scary.
Gonna go big curl over here.
This is a tough shot here for Muirhead. It's tough to remove that red rock. You could just move it a couple of inches and be 2.
Well, and the fear on this is we've seen 2 under curl. So now you add a little weight to it. What happens?
Yep. Hard.
Lauren Gray, Vicky Adams.
You gotta go.
And all over that guard.
Whoa.
Could be maybe a little weight on Eves in it. It could also be just that difference that we've seen repeatedly with Team Canada stones versus everybody else, that you just get more curl.
Absolutely. That's my theory, is you can't follow Canada.
Whichever you know best.
They throw it so much straighter.
We've seen both sides, but we do need to cross it, and we want to avoid the nose.
Okay.
Glenn was saying in the even though they were 87%, their misses in their loss to Korea were over curls.
I agree. Yeah.
Over curls, yeah.
You know, we often say too, Russ, when you're on those outside sheets, albeit this is a big building, it seats 17,000. Those outside sheets tend to be affected by the crowd a little bit more. That, whatever the science is, the heat coming off the crowd, and
the airflow.
particularly this side, as we look here, the left side where she's throwing now, the intern side, because it is closest to the stands.
Yep.
Whoa!
Yes!
Farley's!
Nothing.
Really nice.
But they'll get the one in the back, and it's curious, how that works out. they can't get around, can't get the shots done. Suddenly, the Canadians are sitting 2. Update for you, U.S. and China. The U.S. with the steal of 1 in the first. And Binghu Wang from Harbin. It's about a 2-hour flight northeast of Beijing. Sort of they call it the Ice City. It's the ice capital. They have a wonderful midwinter ice festival there where they put the lights under all the different ice formations.
I have to go on this.
Not quite. Another steal of 1 for Nina Roth. Now underneath.
Look at that.
And very nice.
Those are the shots you see Eve make a lot. Just some saves, some big shots to save an end. She loves the big shots and she
So
can make them.
consistent, eh?
Maybe a hair more. It's not going to track. I just don't think it'll die like that. Like, I didn't come out with hat.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So there are all the scores
Yeah, I had this much
on this
ice,
Tuesday evening. But let's go back to what
It'll
we
be
were
more,
saying
so it won't go as crazy. We still did hit it high, though.
about Canada, in particular Rachel. That very first stone was top 4.
That's great.
She puts up the corner.
So that last one
And really has to battle. At one point, Scotland sitting 3 and they're
Right.
spread out.
How are you throwing this?
Gets a double, they get a miss.
Do you think if
Back
this
and forth we
maintains,
go.
it might track?
Make the shot. Score 2.
Exactly. And that textbook 2. That's what the corner guard's there for. They drew the play over there. Emma made that nice freeze. It didn't curl quite as much as she wanted, but it made Eve Muirhead throw a hard shot. And that's the only way you beat Eve Muirhead. Great chance for 2.
Yes! Gotta go! Hard!
Hard, Lise!
Weagle.
You got it.
Courtney.
You got it, you got it, you got it. Keep going.
You got it?
Great shot, Rach.
Yes, you do.
2 red.
2 red it is. 2 for Canada. On the board in the third. Some evening shopping in downtown Beijing on this Tuesday evening. The World Women's Curling Championship presented by Ford of Canada. And Canada picks up 3 or 2 in the third. And so the first time in the game, it'll be Scotland that does have last rock, playing the Yellowstones here in 4.
You okay with this side? Yeah.
Well, there's something to be said for Team Canada for timing. They had a chance, you know, they had hammered the first 2 ends and chose not to throw a corner guard and waited until they were ready, and it paid off for them.
Yeah, you have to have that sixth sense. You can't just go by the playbook. You have to be, you know, it's a night game, a little bit of frost. Are you sure about the rocks? You know, and away you go. And they, you know, Scotland's I think 91% so far, and they're down to.
Well, and I don't know about you, Russ, but we used to even have, you know, in between ends, I would look to my team. It's that caddy concept and be, are you guys ready? And sometimes they'd say no.
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, we'll go another end here and see.
Absolutely.
Because, and maybe it is that, right? You're not comfortable with the ice, and I don't want to force a lead and a front end to start playing the come around draw game when they're not ready.
Line's good. Anna. Wade's really good. Anna. Wade's really good.
Lauren Gray slipping the corner guard into the ring. It's just an unforced error.
Good.
Now it's going to be really hard for this end to be able to score their 2.
It's not moving much. Right through, won't do much.
Good chance Joanne makes this appeal. She'll take out one of her own. It's just the way the angle is.
Can't. Go thin, I guess.
Rather kept it in front of the tee line, but they're still there.
Yeah, I quite like it as well. Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty fast here.
Yeah, if it gets slick.
See Eve try a couple more corner guards here, and eventually if this doesn't start working out, then maybe you make a move on those in the rings, play a freeze.
Line's good. Line's good.
And you can see Emma Miskew sneaking a peek
Line's good.
across the sheet. Right over the other side is where
Come on, keep
China
going,
is
guys.
playing the U.S. and this building is a
Okay,
little more alive when
good.
China is on the ice.
Okay.
That's a big distraction. We talked about that at the Briar with Team Newfoundland being the home team, and you know, everybody cheering for Brad Gushu. You know, you maybe Rachel Homan makes a a double and 9 people clap, and then China, you know, draws for 2 and the place goes nuts while you're trying to communicate on your shot. It's tough to get used to.
Another update for you.
I'm
And some of those 9 people, they're all just family. That's the thing. Italy and Germany in a 1-1 tie, and you see the Italians are sitting one right on the lid, and it is covered.
Yeah. That looked like a lot of ice.
Important game for these two,
No, that should be good.
both at 4 losses. You know, a 5th may get you something, may get you a tiebreaker, but it is difficult to say the very least when you fall to 5. This team is from Fusen.
You have got. You've got lots.
Daniela
It's
Jentsch.
heavy.
Look what's happening, Vic, with some of these draws. Not even close there for Germany.
Frost, you think?
I really do.
No, no.
Might have picked. It looks like they're going to look it over, so it might have rolled over something.
Yeah, they're checking.
Tough break.
And going all the way back.
Well, that was the attempt at the freeze, which didn't come up. Just not getting as much finish, a little bit of weight.
And that's the difference, right? Emma made the come around top of the 8, good enough that Eve couldn't get it out. Eve Recknagard scored 2 points. Scotland comes back here, puts their corner guard in the rings. So now they have to make a tough shot, and they missed it too. So they're just not quite as sharp this week.
Push, please. Nice.
Try the freeze again. You might get out of this with a blank. If you make this well and Canada chases it, you might get out with a blank and get to start all over again next end to try to get your deuce. Oh, that's distraction.
Well, it's interesting you say that because at the Briar we saw teams reset.
We did. It's unusual when it starts before you've started your delivery that teams don't reset, but obviously comfortable enough with it.
But now here is where the crowd, now it's died away, but the communication between the brushers and Skip. Person holding the brush. And we'll get there. We're not quite sure. Not quite sure where it ended up. Looks close.
They're even. So you can't hit high. Hit anything a little high, it's going.
High is fine.
Maybe just getting to the top of the 4.
My rollout came up a hair.
Okay, I'll try to let go.
Not quite where they wanted it, though.
High nose. Okay, we can hold it.
You talk about that reset at the Briar, too. It's great to reset. That's what you're trained to do. But if you have to reset 15 times.
In a thinking time
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
It's on your clock.
Watch that.
We might lose them both here.
Coming back.
Oh,
So, do you want the same?
Eve's going to use it as a corner.
Yeah, we've not played this yet, so.
To let it run on its own.
Yeah, okay.
This could force her to 1, though, couldn't it? If you don't get this buried. Rachel sits 2. It's hard to blank.
I think that's close.
Needs to curl. Vicky.
Close line!
Vicky. Just Vicky. Needs to curl, Vicky. Needs to curl.
Get the line good!
Right, Vicky. If you're not through, go.
Pass, Vicky, if you can!
Go, Vicky, come on, harder.
Take this all the way back as far as you can.
That's it.
Back 12.
Well sweat. Yeah.
Don't hold that for a second. Nice, Anna.
I always found these tough, Cheryl. You're trying to sit two, but you don't want to set up a pocket.
Well, another opportunity here for China after giving up the steals in 1 and 2. And we should hear the crowd here if Bingyu Wang can draw it in to tie the game. We'll just let the crowd play. For the 2 to tie.
Probably a smart move there to just to peel it out of there. If you hit and stay, it might set up a bit of a wall, make Rachel's last one tough. She jams it and it's a 2. So she's not going to give up 2 this way.
No. Eve's given up on this end. Going to try and blank and maybe the next end.
Same as what we've been throwing up here.
She might take the roll on.
I would think she might.
Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Glenn Howard
Whoa.
took over the coaching duties this curling season.
Leave it if you can, but. Good.
That's fine.
Might as well give it a shot here. You might be able to roll it partly buried.
And then you get a force here. And
Nothing to lose.
no.
It comes back. Yeah. Roll it.
Yeah, for Rachel, even if you roll out, you know, Eve's throwing it through for the blank.
Stay with it. Off. It's probably solid. Okay.
So it's going to give Eve Muirhead a chance to go to school here.
Thought I'd try and go for it, see if it snaps.
Yeah, the other ones I had.
Find a spot. That's exactly right, Vic, where you haven't played. Don't overthrow this either. Don't just whip it down there. Just throw the weight you'd normally throw.
Oh, yes, I heard you were right. Another big star for Vic.
That's twice, isn't it, Cheryl? Sorry.
Yeah, can you stop that? This room's only so big.
I'll look after, guys.
And through it goes. So that's a third blank in 4 ends. Canada's only points. They have a 2-0 lead. Canadian Tire Senators hockey continues tonight. The Senators battling the Bruins as Boston makes their tour through Ontario. Puck drop at 7 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Atlantic on TSN 5 in the Senators region. Senators right now 4 points ahead of Boston in the Atlantic. Senators honoring Rachel Homan and the team prior to their departure for Beijing as Canadian champions, Scotties winners.
Line's good. Drag it.
So we go to the 5th now. It's 2-0 for Canada. And once again, it'll be Scotland that does have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Right over.
And they have the corner guard this time. Last time, Lauren Gray slid into the rings with the corner and makes it so difficult to generate any offense. And there it is there in a real good spot.
I think I need more.
Yeah, Lisa's center guard didn't come up quite enough, so they've got a little bit of room here to get by and
Back 8. Yeah.
get shot stone. Don't have to remove this, just tap it.
I think when you're building a team, like Muirhead said, to change a bit, bringing in one of the best skips in the country obviously is a good idea, but at the lead position, because you get a lot of these soft shots at the skip position. So this is nothing new for Lauren Gray to play these type of shots.
And I think being a skip, you recognize how important rock placement is.
Yeah. K11. It should come up. Yeah, it'll curl here.
A little bit of risk. You don't want to wreck in the guard. You come by a little wide, you could jam it on that back one.
Yes! Really hard! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Joanne Courtney.
Ooh.
Sorry, guys. I just caught it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, I didn't even look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Drag the play over to the corner guard here. This is where that soft weight would come in handy. Just to control, maybe board. Cannot roll out here.
Whoa then! Whoa then! Whoa!
Now here's what I was referring to earlier about.
Whoa! Yeah!
You know, Eve has been
Yeah! Whoa!
committed to this team, very loyal to this team. Here's Anna, or here's Vicky rather. Goes all the way back to their junior days. Right, they won 3 golds together.
Guess so, hey?
Nothing wrong with that, but there's going to come a point in time when this team will need to be restructured.
Well, you get sometimes, you know, and it's even just when you play together for a long, long time, and some teams can do it. They can play together forever, and they can keep pushing each other. That team that comes to mind, Jennifer Jones, that team's been together a long time, and they can always seem to figure out a way to push each other to get better. But for some teams, when you play together a long time, you lose that a little bit, and you might have to make some changes. But I think that was part of what Muirhead's team was trying to do this year. Add a little life with a new player at lead, you know, bring in Glenn. Some changes to make them push a little harder.
Really got a curl.
Yikes. Oh, fortunate. Really, really fortunate.
Wow. That was lucky.
Chance here to go around again. Oh, I think they thought they had this.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you get past.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It does move.
Yeah, you can go.
Line's good. Way only.
Line, close line.
Way only. Yeah, line. Whoa, way only. Whoa. No, looks heavy.
Whoa.
No. Off.
Where?
Off.
Boy, they still had room by that guard.
Let it pull up.
It's too much weight.
Yeah, she's back 12.
But again,
Okay, nice throw.
now it did curl to the
Back 8.
to the back 12, but it's not a hard
It's
curl.
not snapping. You're right. Yeah.
It seems really super weight sensitive. Like if you throw dead brushers weight that they have to pound it to get there, you might get some movement, but anything more and nothing.
Very common to see the ice get a little bit dished as the week goes along. Just get a little bit less curl inside out than outside in. We saw Anna miss a hit from the outside in out wide, so it might be getting a little bit contoured a bit.
The other thing that can happen too is the rocks start to get worn down a bit too, and this might be the time of the week where you see them not with that real grab, hard finish at the end.
And miscue right down on top.
Take off.
Those are those little mistakes that's costing Scotland. If that's top 8, Emma can't do that. Now you've got your 2-ender going.
Well, from this angle, it looks as if Switzerland may be sitting the 1. T-line edge of the 8-foot. Final stone, Alinda Petz.
I think you're all there. Line's good.
15 champion from the Baden area, which is northwest of Zurich.
You need to be back here. Back here.
Good, yeah.
Are you sure? Go.
And there it is. The draw for 2.
No, Lauren, no. Good, nice shot.
Oh, very nice freeze by Anna. Just trying to figure out the weight. But see, that didn't even come in. It's that dead weight. Doesn't really move as much.
Small adjustment. Yeah.
And the struggle with Muirhead's team is against Korea, they were missing on the overcurl, so you know they're probably given a little extra ice if they went to school on that game.
Line's great. We need T line.
Lots of room.
Back T's okay. Yes, line. Yes, line. Hard. Hard. Tap it. Hard. Tap it. Whoa.
Perfect.
No, 2 very nice stones by Emma Miskew.
Six like a waist close, small tap.
Yeah.
Off a hair.
I just,
on that one. I didn't want to overcurl it.
I'm just such fans
Yeah.
and have become of really good front ends. And I like watching the communication. They took as much pride in just getting that stone there as the thrower did.
Had each other on the back. You kind of need that. It's a separate team in its own from the main team. Cheer each other on.
The thrower only controls it for 4 seconds, and the brushes for 24.
Whoa, no.
Heavier.
No. Close, Lord. No. Nothing.
Watch where it goes now. And just on the angle. Shot rock. I think of it as like if you're a fan of football, you look at the quarterback and the receiver, but boy, that grunt in the line. Nothing happens without that offensive line.
Yeah, you need that pass protection, don't you? This is wide open. I think you can blast this out of here.
I don't think this goes. I think it kicks off and goes to here, especially with hack. What are you thinking? So normal and just try to make the roll? I think if I throw normal and hit nose, at least that's gone. Okay. No matter if that kicks out. Okay. Right? I think that's our only. Okay, sure.
Doesn't curl. If I crash the guard, it's not the end of the
Gradual here.
Can't be high, obviously.
And with this normal, you'll get 2 yellows gone. The back one, the top one.
Waiting, think of reach? Normal. Okay, get that yellow.
The shooter should roll pretty much a little bit right towards the corner guard.
The scary part here for Canada is that red one. The red one might just squirt out of there depending where she gets this. They're going to have to cross it a bit, aren't they?
Yeah, so it's more about really, I think, keeping your shooter.
Just want to get to the inside.
Yeah, 7/8 on the inside's perfect.
Okay. How are you throwing it, reach?
Just straight through. Gotta get to the inside. Crashing the guard's better.
In a 2-2 tie, China and the U.S. And it appears China is sitting 2. T-line edge of the button. Well, no, just the one it would appear that. So it's a draw to the button for the U.S. here. And Nina Roth out of Madison, Wisconsin. Trying to get across the nose, Rachel Homan. And does. Now where will that spill? And it will hang around. Shot rock belongs to Canada without the hammer here in 5. Rub and roll, and now they'll have a look. And maybe a little light. Let's have a look. Ladies,
Great
please.
shot. Nina Roth made some pistol shots, draw shots this week.
Yeah.
I think let's just throw T-weight. And you can
It's
just
worth a
sit the
measure.
edge a little bit.
She's been impressive.
What for me, like 10?
They never should have lost their game to Scotland, and then they would have been 4-2 at this point instead of 3-3. A little bit of an angle here. You might be able to sit 2 with her. You just hit it perfect.
Now, Muirhead joins Sloan, and she'll be all over that corner.
Quite light for Eve, too.
That stone, I think.
Exactly.
It's the third end that I caught up there. Was that weight was pretty close, eh? Yeah. Just a total different line to everything.
That's the one she wrecked and the guard gave up the deuce. Same shot, actually.
That's when you really want some input from your brushers, too. Like, they're watching the stones come down, and is it catching them by surprise? And give that feedback and then just get rid of the rock.
Is this Lisa's line, Rach? Is this my line? Okay. Yeah. I'm just thinking for speed. Sorry, are you in my line? Yes. Okay.
We talked about how there wasn't finishing, and Emma made the freeze in the third end, and then Eve threw a little more weight to bounce it out of there, and it wrecked all over the guard. It was kind of a funny, hard to believe it would curl that much, so I think she's found a bad one.
Okay, this will skate more than that.
I'll tell you, Emma's draws have been brilliant, and
top 8's great.
she's perfect on her draws so far.
Line's good. Find the button. Line's good. Room. Room. It looks heavy. Just top four. Just top four.
Oop.
Hard, Lise. Hard. Yep. Keep going.
Trying to find the button, and they'll just get it to the top 4. This hit 2. Yeah, a little clash of brushes there.
Lisa Weigel sweeps what I call north-south, the same direction the rock's going. The problem with that is
bang right there.
Joanne doesn't, so it's so easy to have that happen.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous way to do it. It really is. I know why Lisa does it. It gives you maximum distance. But with Joanne going in a different direction, she's going to give her some space.
And if your broom ever sticks, which it does now and then.
And after the measure, China gets 2.
As long as we lie second, if not first. Into the white.
Just high of nose?
Yep.
What weight are you throwing?
All of a sudden here, a game
Like you tap it right to the
saver
button.
shot.
Yeah. Because even if we tap it and just cut them down. I think that's
Interesting.
enough ice.
You could play the out turn through the port, Cheryl. Just throw a back 4 weight.
Just heavy draw.
Maybe that's what they're doing.
It's
heavy draw.
Yeah.
Heavy draw. Okay, it looked like they were playing the angle raise with that ice.
So facing 2 with her last.
Oh, line's good. Whoa.
Yeah.
Eve Muirhead.
Whoa. Close. Yeah. Yes. Hard.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Playing this up now. And where? How far? How far? And too far. Canada will steal 2. To the break we go on this Tuesday night. 4-0 Canada.
The 2017 World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
Chinese version of hacky sack on this Tuesday night, not far from the Capitol Indoor Stadium, the site of the World Women's Curling Championship presented by Ford of Canada. As we check the numbers after 5, the 2 stolen points has Canada up now. When you look at the numbers, they're close. Draw percentage obviously has let Scotland down. But I mentioned Rachel Homan has thrown the 1 draw. She's at 95%, but that draw is 100%. Emma Miskew's at 100% on her draws. It's a really well-played game for the Canadians. Numbers after 5 being brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
It was the wrong ice. I didn't expect it to curl it.
The 2017 World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada, by Purex Bathroom Tissue, Purex, 90 years of pure comfort, and by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Canada against Scotland on this Tuesday night, draw 11 of the World Women's Curling Championship. Blanked the first two. Canada with a pair in the third, a blank in four, and then the steal of two by Canada in the fifth. And so they lead at 4-0 as we welcome you back. And immediately let's go to an update. Sweden against Switzerland. And I see red stones in there, 1-2. So a chance here, it appears, for 3 for the Swedish champions.
I was looking at Sweden and some of the big scores, and they're one of the top teams at scoring big, like 3s, 4s.
More 3s than they get 1s.
Yeah.
Look at the ice taken here, too. They're just 6.5 feet ice to get to the button.
Yeah, and we're talking about our sheet being not as much movement.
I think outside in it's going a little more, and that inside out's going a little less.
Getting that little bit of the dish or shaping to the ice as the week goes on.
Could be 2 losses in a row for Switzerland.
Yeah, they could be down at 3 losses as they give up a 3 spot. Boy, Sweden 7-3 going to the break. Now just keep in mind as we look ahead, Canadians will be idle tomorrow morning. Then they will play in the afternoon, Sweden. And that will be 2 p.m. Beijing time, 2 a.m. Wednesday morning, Eastern time.
Yeah, both Sweden and Canada off tomorrow morning. Sweden's looking awfully confident. See him making some big shots, big ends.
And if you're Sweden or Canada, you have to start thinking the Page game, the 1-2 game. You want to get into that. If you're looking like a playoff spot, then try to stay to that 3rd, 4th ranked position. So you have 2 lives to get to the final.
Back 12. 8. Okay. No, she was saying it's still going to curl.
Yeah.
Remember, it was a draw, but yep.
If Sweden continues to stay ahead of the Swiss drop to 3, and then everybody's at 3. And Sweden would be 2 games clear. Canada could be 3 games clear if they win there. So there's a real separation at the top.
Keep it high.
It's a huge game, Sweden, Switzerland.
Yes. I think. Whoa. No, off. Never. That's fine. I just wanted to keep it high.
Now, I'm pretty sure Eve's the 5th end break given that rock as a present to somebody else on the team.
Well, we talked about that Scotland was on this sheet with these rocks their very first game, but the problem with that, you think you'd get an idea about the rocks and what they do, but the ice was a little tricky.
It's very tricky.
They had talked about the contamination, so you don't get a read off the rocks. So this is kind of their first game. And maybe that rock's caught Eve. She didn't realize it was a straight one.
And that happens, doesn't it? Everybody says, well, you've had a practice, you've had this. Well, practice, the ice was tricky. The first draw, second draw, the ice was very tricky. So you miss a shot, and you don't blame it on the rock.
No.
You blame it on the spots in the ice, because Hans has been talking about different spots that are a little crusty. But in that game against the United States, Scotland curled 67% with these rocks. And maybe now we know why.
To curl.
Line's okay.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Curl. Okay.
Just a little heavy. Didn't want to move that backing that far. P. Lagarde here.
You want to try and pick the back?
4-0. That would probably be a good call.
We're going to go down.
We saw this earlier. I think it's like right there.
Yeah.
Rachel Homan has never beaten
It'll come up an inch and a
Eve
half.
Muirhead at the Worlds.
It's like an automatic
2013,
check.
it was Muirhead, of course, winning the gold medal.
It probably does, and if you hit,
Rachel
like,
Homan lost twice.
Well, it's just the momentum's driving having it that way.
I think you
Well,
saw
these two
this
teams
one.
have only met once this year. And
They did in Okotoks.
yep, Homan
Let go,
was
just touching the
victorious in
line.
that one.
I think
2014,
watching, we'll still hit a piece.
Okay.
Eve Muirhead wasn't at the Worlds because she was prepping for
Gotta be just
The
over
Olympics.
line to get
Olympics.
it. Okay, got it, Em.
What a career. All the World Junior Championship gold medals. So many appearances at the Worlds other than that one year, and she was at the Olympics.
Well, in 2010, wasn't she in the juniors and then was the skip of the
She couldn't
team.
represent them at the World Junior because she was in the Olympics.
Olympics? She was a kid.
Hard!
Emma Miskew.
Sweep, guys.
Great sweep indeed. Like a dart.
Beautiful shot. Not sure it helps them that much, though. The corner guard's still there. You're going to see Team Scotland go around the corner guard.
I got confused because
You know, if you're a Canadian fan and you're looking for little signs, you want to see this. You saw the smile on her face, Emma Miskew. Her game has been a little bit off. I mean, it's been patchy.
And the only shot she's really missed on a regular basis is that in-turn. So that's you're right. That's a great sign.
Right, I think that's a lot, that's a lot, that's a lot. It's pretty close, good line. Where's the weight?
This has to stay in the rings first. You can worry about burying it later.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
Oh, well done.
good little plan B rub.
That might have been long gone. We've watched the Scottish team so much. The only weakness I see is that shot right there. They just don't get those draws on the X as many as maybe a Team Canada might. It just makes it so hard to create any tough degree of difficulty against your opponent.
Clean.
So because he didn't peel the guard, Cheryl, even though Emma made that beautiful tick, now Scotland's got something going.
What hand do you like?
Edge 12's not enough.
No. Probably this hand. Outside edge.
You'd love to play the other turn, but the red shot rock's in the way of a freeze here.
Like that?
Even more yet.
Maybe a hair more?
So now you're out in the snow here. This is going to be tricky.
Handle.
Look at the ice they're taking.
Run and wait.
It's got to be slower here, and if we're correct, there might be a little more curl here than there has been.
Right, big head like the last. I think you can go. Line's good.
Line's good.
Yeah, go line.
Wait only.
Go line.
Wait, yeah, line. You gotta go. Right, whoa. Leave it here. So there's no double.
So there's exactly what's happened to Cheryl. It's dishing a little bit. It's slower there. It's just you have to be better at guesstimating what's going to happen. 12 feet short there.
Yeah, that's, you know, you get that back to that back stone and you're probably pretty good on line.
I don't think it'll take off. Let's keep brooms down. I think we can manage it with up normal.
At least it's in there for a third shot.
Sit there.
So there might be a double opportunity here for Eve Muirhead to get the two.
Nose.
Hair flopping's pretty good.
Hey.
How much rage?
Up normal. Okay.
This is out in the dish. Might come back hard.
Okay,
So hog
there
it.
we
go,
See
there's
really
that word.
close. I'm gonna try and keep it there so it goes to the break. Okay.
It's hard to explain to people at home because the ice looks completely flat, but it's just it's so slight, but it makes a big difference, and that's why the players will call it a dish. We'll call it the shape of the ice, which would be a little bit of like a plate with an edge on it, and it'll come off a little bit harder in that spot.
There's good.
Great shot.
China plate or melamine? I'm sort of into the melamine.
China.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Very
I mean,
good.
Vic, seriously, you did not know China?
A bigger plate would be nice.
Check over.
If we roll on top of that, just
Yeah.
barrier,
Oh,
it should.
can't believe you
Well,
missed
no, I
that.
think if we go normal, it should kind of
I
go
drop
under here.
things.
What does she do if we knows that?
She noses it.
Okay. And then do we have a double?
like head check. But will we not be the same boat in this though?
Okay.
Or not? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Go Well, even that's good, Steve.
I think if you're light, it should curl, right? I think it just went over.
Well, I think the
stopped
line,
dead.
she took it ice like way out there. I think it must have been slower she threw.
But normally, like when you give ice for back ball and it comes from top ball, it would,
Yeah.
especially in the ditch. I think it just hit something and stopped dead.
I think so. Just like what I've been throwing up here, because
So-
I had a few.
Yeah,
up
you
this-
had solid normal.
They're talking
Yeah, so
about
if
it.
you
I'm
just go
sure
the same, we
the
can
Scots
go
feel
right
the same
back
thing.
there, yeah.
If you're Hans Vutra
Yeah.
from Gimli, Manitoba, you have to know what's there as well.
Yep.
Is there ways for him to level it out when he shaves it?
Absolutely, no question. Or pebbling. It's really caused by pebbling and wear and tear. When you're pebbled, the pebbler's going really quickly through the forefoot area, and that's where all the play is. So that gets a little lower. So you can put more pebble in the middle. You can scrape more on the sides, be more aggressive with your scraper. But it's not what I call a problem. We put a term on it just for descriptive purposes, but it's fantastic when it curls more to the middle because that's where most of the shots are
Because
played.
we can drag it out. I don't think if it's a hair high. Yeah.
But you would love to drag that play to the edges
Yes.
if you could.
Yeah, you want it to be able to finish going out. I mean, we're as players, where I say we used to ice that is that kind of shape. It will come off the 12 foot's pretty hard, and it won't go out to the wings at the end. And as the week goes on, that does happen. That is part of ice reading. That's a part of what I think separates the top skips from maybe the average skips, is they're able to figure that out first. It's subtle, but it's there.
It's if it ever gets out of hand, like at our Olympics, you could not draw around a corner guard. It was impossible. It would actually fall
Back.
So you got all kinds of curl to the middle, but so it really changed the strategy.
No.
Has to hang around here.
Okay, that's a good race.
Just enough with the doubles there.
Much straighter.
So there should be a bit of curl here. This is if we've got this figured out.
If it hits the same spot as that last one, so I need to be fully 8 foot for shot if we don't get the double. Is that a lot of ice? I think so. Our last one curled quite a bit. I know,
There you
but-
go.
So that speaks to the coming off that edge
Yeah.
a little bit
Think
better.
same weight. Okay. That was easy normal. Okay. Think we hear more? No. That's fine. We were just wondering. That last one was easy. You were easy. Okay, I think at that ice, let's go normal. Okay.
Absolutely imperative to make this double.
Normal. Close.
Whoa. Really close.
Close.
Whoa.
No. Okay.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
And we'll touch it and push it back, and they are sitting the two.
Great
Nice.
shot.
I thought that was way high. Good.
Good job. Borrow your cap and go.
Yeah.
I knew it was really
It took
close.
6.
Oh, it was like this close.
Scotland
Okay, good.
finally on the board, and some smiles. Okay, into the Wayback Machine. Not that far to 2013, Scotland against Sweden in the final at Riga, Latvia. And in the 10th, with score tied at 5, facing one, Eve Muirhead, with the last rock and the takeout to sit one of her own, and you can make the final 6-5 Scotland as Eve Muirhead finally wins at the Worlds alongside Anna Sloan, Vicky Adams, Claire Hamilton. Scotland, your 2013 World Women's Curling Champions. And they are the only team to get stop that Swiss string. Started with Miriam Ott, 2012, and then Felcher twice, Petz. And then, of course, last Canadian win, Jennifer Jones in 2008. The surprise, though, has to be Andrea Schopp in 2010 in Swift Current.
Anna. Whoa, no.
Second for Andrea Schopp after her first was way back in 1988.
That's right, eh?
Yeah, that was incredible.
4-2 Canada.
Talking about the shape of the ice, I heard Anna Sloan after that double was made saying, I thought we'd miss that way high, meaning wide.
I know this is, we're gonna
It's
go
just
wider, but we
curling
know this
so
line
hard,
well.
and the teams have to pick up on that.
We know this one well. Can we take that?
Brilliant double to keep
You might
Eve
end
Muirhead
up
alive.
here, and then it goes right into it.
Oh, okay.
You can go right here.
Sure, I like that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Canada does have last rock
it's
here
pretty
in
close to where
7.
I was throwing. If it's a hair extra, we can bring it around it. We want to make sure we're in here. Gotta be in.
If you take a look at the coaching box there for Scotland, the lady on the right, on the right side of Glenn Howard, that is Kelly Schaefer, the former Kelly Wood. And back in that event in Swift Current in 2010, doesn't she go to Swift Current with the Scottish team and fall in love, of course, with the mayor?
It was a great story. I love that.
So now Kelly Schaefer, married to His Worship Jared Schaefer,
Nice sweep.
Kelly
and
played.
acting as the alternate and 5th player for Eve Muirhead.
No, she didn't. She played, well, I think 3 spiels at the beginning of the season for Anna Sloan while Anna was getting
Back four's okay. Back four.
surgery done and recuperation.
You'll need a pound to run it. Okay.
I remember when we chatted with her a couple of years ago, well, last year actually, in Swift Current. You have to have a certain residency, and you have to, I don't know if it's citizenship.
She's still working on it.
She's still working on it to get it to play potentially for Canada. I mean, there's somebody you'd think somebody would be knocking right at that door.
Yeah, that's...
Keep it out of there, Lauren.
They've tried, but she hasn't been able to play or qualify.
Line's good. Way only. Anna. Anna for the over. You've got to go, Anna. You've got to go. You've got to go. Keep going. Right back. Right back. Keep going, guys. Come on, keep going. Go, go, go.
Oh, very nice. You can see the plan setting up here for Eve Muirhead. It's going to be all-out offense, and one of those ends you could give up 3 or 4.
You've got to go. You've got to go. Keep going. Right back. Right back. Keep going, guys.
But does this not, you said earlier about Glenn Howard's coaching style. He's by the book. You haven't got last rock here, Scotland. You're still going to go after them?
You have to, because the book tells you that you're 2 down. You can't, you let, even if you force Canada to a single, you're 3 down. You're now, you get 2 and 8. You're still in trouble. So I think Eve's really going to push the envelope here.
Let's continue with our updates now. Italy and Germany. The Italian champions from the Tofani Curling Club in Cortina d'Ampezzo, Diana Gaspari. Playing Daniela Jentsch from Germany. I think you said she was struggling a little bit.
Yeah, the percentage is really low. But it's so hard to explain is, when your team's not making everything either, the shots become so difficult.
2 more for Italy. Desperate to stay at 4 losses.
Hard, Anna. Whoa, level. Whoa. Yep. Hard, Anna. You gotta go. 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 It's good. Go. Level with that yellow. Okay. Good. Nice. Well swept. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Sure.
Still room on the intern here.
Yeah, it just didn't come up. But you see that corner guard on the left covering those 2 reds. That kind of took away any run on those reds to that yellow. If they could have got this guard over just a little bit further.
You make I like this call better.
Get rid of that corner too.
Yeah, if you come through the port on the intern, you tick your own red one, then the yellow's still there and the guard's still there. This guard's the one that's going to hurt you. You might roll this in the rings, Vic. Yellow, to hit them both thin.
It gives you 2 ways to that shot stone, off the red runs or the out turn.
Look at that.
And there's the catcher. Now, have they taken away that angle to the shot rock, though?
They have, but still they've got access to that back stone and no guards. So Scotland's going to have to be very careful.
Just a brilliant week for Joanne Courtney. You could still get that too, Cheryl, couldn't you, by dragging it? Yeah.
Top it! Okay, so and then we just want to move this an inch. So freeze.
You see these ends so often developing that you could just tell when Scotland made that extra aggressive move. Canada makes a good one now. Scotland's really, this is the game on the line this end for sure.
Can I get more ice, please? You think?
That'll be close.
Okay.
Yeah. Top 4.
She's just trying to get to top 4. Just
Angle freeze, I think.
Yeah, I thought she was just trying to come to the face and tap and get a little separation.
Okay,
actually.
yeah.
But that might make those reds even better, right?
Yeah.
I know. But where do you go?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe top 4, kind of try to overbury a little bit.
Around the reds.
Take
No,
away
you gotta go. Hold in.
the easy run.
Lauren Gray, Vicky Adams.
Yep.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yep, you gotta go. You gotta go. Okay.
So that first indication was that stone biting top 4, the red one. They wanted it back a little bit, it seemed to me. That was the call.
Need to curl a bit more. Yeah.
She wanted the more ice, though. She called
That's
for
right.
more ice.
That's right.
This doesn't go anywhere.
Anna did.
I know, but I have no tolerance on this one. If I miss, it's real bad.
Do you want to throw?
They're gonna replace it.
Just
Normal at this, and if
peel
you
the shot rock
this,
would
it
work.
works.
Sure.
Just
Okay,
pick it
I
out.
like that.
Yeah, I think Emma doesn't want to play it, though, because she's afraid that she heard
Would
the
you
word
rather
no
hit the
tolerance,
3, though?
meaning if you reckon that
Pardon?
yellow one,
Would you rather hit the 3?
Oh, I don't mind either one.
I like the 3, that top.
top one, it makes more sense.
I
doesn't
do.
it?
I think it's safer than just missing it.
Brilliant strategy.
There's some space here.
Is there any drag to get the shot rock
Think
on
it's
this?
solid normal?
Or not?
I don't think so.
Corners. Not
No.
this here.
So you peel the yellow, you hit that red on the side and stay. So you have 3 red that are in really, really good positions, and that's a lonely yellow, no guards. Setting up to finish this game off here if they can make a couple good shots.
Yes. Hard. Gotta get the yellow.
Courtney and Weigel with some work.
Not what they wanted, but it works.
Yeah, it's still not bad. Doesn't hurt anything.
No, not at all. That in turn tight again, though, Vic.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while. They wanted to roll right over and take this red out. Over curl by about 4 or 5 inches.
Although, I think my first stone moves a little bit. My second stone hung.
I think that ice on the close though.
For you. Okay, go up to speed.
But you're really forced, by playing that shot now, you're forcing Scotland. They cannot make an error. They
Right.
can't chip off. They can't leave a double.
I'm not even sure where there's a good spot
Nope.
here.
Keep looking for it.
Line.
Poor Anna.
A little for line.
Every time she
Vicky.
goes to throw, the crowd is roaring.
It's true.
It's going over curl. Try and keep it moving. Who? Right, whoa. It's going over curl.
Sit.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't sure if it was who was if it was going to curl or not curl.
Comer on top, sit 4. It does give Scotland a chance to get around that center guard.
This is the thing. You can see it, eh?
Center guard.
Oh, we saw it with
Too
Jaws
long.
and tracks.
Yeah, you guys need a track.
Really good opportunity. Roll away from this 4-foot area.
You could just see it coming, eh?
Clean.
And if Eve plays the come around and makes it really good, there'll be that short red double raise.
Yes.
There's just nowhere for Scotland to hide here.
Hard for the roll.
Look at this
Okay,
go.
Whoa, we're not going anywhere. Okay.
No, they'll sit right there.
Oh, it's so broken. Okay, thank you. It broke. Was it 1.5? Yeah, it's real broken.
It's a real dance around the guards for Joanne Courtney.
Hey, if they just roll just behind, straight behind that yellow guard, I think there's no run there on the reds. They can't roll any further, though, because then those reds run red. So you got to be perfect on
and
this
she
roll.
just said as much. We don't, right there, just maybe about a stone's width to the left as we look at it.
So
and it's still
perfect.
accessible with this much curl. These are so tough.
Oh.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Close. Whoa, no.
Close, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa. Get loaded, Anderson. Right, Becky. Hard. Okay, good deep.
Exactly what you wanted.
Yeah. There's still room to get around, though, with that guard being that long and this much finish.
Yeah, just a couple more inches.
Here. She's there.
That's a tough shot, though.
Yeah.
It's got to be perfect.
Think just right there, so I don't give her the roll under. Sure. You think you hit here?
Hit this, play this out. You hit this dead on. Eve has to freeze, so you're guaranteed a single, which puts you 3 up. A draw to go 4 up, but there'll be an angle raise off that top red one at the top of the 8-foot for a bundle.
How are you throwing this?
Just nothing Muirhead can do about it either.
It's same weight as
It's
Anne's,
hanging.
or-
Yeah.
Hack?
She had hack. Yeah. It's hanging, but we want to sit right there. Okay.
Let's go. Just keep it off the line.
Yeah.
So once it gets to the line, it starts to really hook and
That
go.
is when it goes. And we've seen that kind of all week. That's been a consistent feature of this ice.
So the warning to Lisa Weigel, Joanne Courtney, keep it off the line.
Off.
And just keep an eye on the line and where that stone is.
Punch that one inside out release.
Lisa, whoa.
Now trying to help it over a little bit. And they're going to hit it too thin, and they're going to lose the shooter, and also just enough to push that stone out the back, but missed opportunity here.
Outward motion on the release there, just we call it a pop, and just you can see it here. She's kind of right on line here, and then pounds that back out, and so it'll actually fall for a while. Don't think she overthrew it as much as an outward motion. You like that one back, you had Eve Muirhead in big trouble.
Yeah, rolling out they did.
Yep, hard up.
Just enough to get that yellow out.
Pushing that way.
We should be looking at the angles to see where we need to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to be here.
Just T-line.
Yeah, we can't be here because we're just
1,
leaving
2,
left.
3,
So we've got to be
4.
past this red.
China sitting the 4.
We don't want to be too deep though.
Final stone coming from
I think we want to be just
the U.S.
right there on the T-line.
and Skip Nina Ross.
She's made all the draws so far.
Yeah.
And she'll pick up one sitting on the edge of the 4.
That's enough. It should be, shouldn't it? I think so.
Yeah, if Eve's top 4-foot buried, they've got an angle raise. If she's slightly open, there's a tap back for 4, and if she overcurls, there's a hit for 4.
Okay, so that's that shot, but can you not play anything, Cheryl, on those stones that are sitting when we looked at it in the rings? Try to eliminate a couple, and then the most you give up is a deuce.
Well, I think you're committed now. You could do that, but a deuce is massive here, and I think the steal is still on the table if you put this back 4-foot, and
Needs to curl.
there's no drag effect and no run back. Well, this really has to come up, though.
And back it goes, and it just keeps on sliding. And it will finally dig in as shot stone back 8.
Well, look after, guys.
She wanted that back 4 to the right about another rock, and then you wouldn't have a lot of options for Team Canada.
Just a hair heavy.
No, I like throwing a little less weight.
Okay. I like this ice.
Yeah?
Because we were here with board and still would have been close to clipping that. So with 11,
Like it's further back now, right? So
yeah, we have more space.
Okay.
What they have to remember here, Vic, too, is what makes this hard is the guard. So the lighter you throw this, the less chance you have of wrecking on the guard, because you can take more ice and loop around to get that finish. So you only have to move this 1 foot. You don't have to drive this into the wall. So just it's almost, for Rachel, just make sure you throw T-line plus. Let the brushers Move it another couple feet, and this is an easy shot.
Well, how often do we see these where you're trying so hard to tap it to try to get your, and you don't get your one,
Right.
and you have to make sure you get that one.
Right.
Do you want a hair last?
Last night in the 7th against Korea,
Up to speed, eh? I think
they scored a 4.
Yep.
Lucky 7.
And that, if I remember correctly, was their 3rd 4-ender of the event.
It was.
4 against China. The second in.
Stay with it.
Never, no, off. Off.
Uh-oh.
Hey, clean it.
It's pretty light, though.
Now Courtney Weigel.
There it goes.
Wait on
Can't hurt it.
Can't hurt it. Can't hurt it. Great shot, Rach.
And one more time here in the 7th.
Good game, good luck.
And that will be it,
Thank you. Good game, good luck.
as Canada will win a 7th straight.
Hard lines.
A brilliant game for Team Canada. Now they get a little bit of time to rest, but way to deal with the ice. First couple ends blank, and then they made the most of the hammer.
Make the final 8-2. Canada 7 in a row. Scotland drops to 3 and 4.
Missing my dad.
Let the 4 be with you.
I was positive that I actually.
Well, that's a nice way to head into a little bit of a break as Team Canada picks up a 7th straight win, 8-2 the final. And now they can focus on their last 4 round-robin games, and their next one will come your way against Sweden on Wednesday morning at 2 a.m. Eastern time. But it was this that ended at the 4 spot. And as you say, you could see it coming.
You really could. Eve tried as hard as she could to put pressure on them. The double made by Joanne Courtney, but this is the key shot, and it's all because of the right speed thrown. Just enough to tap it. It's all you need, Big 4.
The game story. The key shot is brought to you by Cashmere. Nothing feels like Cashmere. Which leads us to our game story. And yes, taking advantage again of situations. They were a little defensive to start. Canada pick up 2. Take advantage of mistakes. 2, steal in 5. And then they break it open with 4. And look at the game that Rachel Homan throws. 96%. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. So with Canada done in 7, we're going to turn our attention to this game. China against the U.S. as they play on the other side of the Capitol Indoor Stadium. China playing the Redstones, skipped by Bing-Yu Wang, the champion of 2009, against Nina Roth. As we pick up the world feed now, and the world updating the rest of the world on this game that we just finished with. So get a chance again to look at this shot by Rachel Homan for her 4. But Canada will leave the ice now with 7 straight wins. And looking ahead, of course, to that game with Sweden. China at 4, desperate to stay there after a slow start. The U.S. at 3 losses would love to stay there as well.
Well, U.S. is 81% game so far versus China. We've been really impressed. We talked about the U.S. high performance program that they put in place a couple years ago, and the teams that have come out of it. We saw Jamie Sinclair at the Continental Cup. Now seeing Nina Roth here, and the performance they put on, can see some great strides happening for U.S. curling.
Well, Jamie Sinclair actually won the U.S. final, beating Roth 6-4. But the U.S. program is such that they don't want to take a team that maybe just has a hot week. They would like the consistency. And they give points to events played and results. And it was because of the points that Roth had built up over the course of the season. That's why she is here in Beijing.
Well, it makes a lot of sense if you don't have a pile of depth, because somebody can get, if you don't have the depth, somebody can sneak through to the page playoff at the U.S. Championship and maybe have a hot weekend or win a couple close games and might not be the true representative. Obviously, Jamie Sinclair and the Roth team have been neck and neck as the top two teams, and there's other great teams there, don't get me wrong, but every country has to decide what works for them, and that's the unique part about the World Championship. There's so many different systems.
China with last rock playing the Redstones.
We've gone to Nina Roth's highlight shots, update shots, maybe 15 times so far this week. Nearly every one of them has been a draw, and she's made every one of them.
Here's an update for you. Sweden and Switzerland. And it is Sweden again. Looks like they're sitting the 1. It's but possibly sitting the 2. And leading by 3 over Switzerland and the former champion, Alina Petz. Get a better look here. So there's one top. And it is just the 1, and there's the draw for the deuce. And that will be a win for Sweden, as they will win it 9-4. And so that's a difficult day for Switzerland.
Oh, nice shot.
So Sweden's record is now 6-1. They're 1 game off the pace of Canada. Switzerland falls to 4-3. So you can see how big this game right now is for the Americans. If they can pick up the win, they would be tied with the Swiss. But it also sets up a huge game, Sweden and Canada. And again, make a note of the time. They will play in Beijing Wednesday afternoon at 2 p.m. Beijing time. We will have it for you Wednesday morning, 2 a.m. Eastern time, Canada against Sweden.
And you know, that'll be a good one. Both those teams settled in, know the ice, comfortable.
Another key draw here for Nina Roth. She's so close speed-wise every time. They waited too long here, didn't they?
Killed it. It just died.
This could be the time in the game we've seen it. You know, night draws, it's warm, China's out there, the crowds are big. Caught them with that path. They said it just died.
I don't know whether you can even score 2 here. You've got the in-turn through the port, but if you tick your own, it's going in the wrong direction. Right, you get through that port that we can see. That's the easy, well, not the easy part. That's hard as it is. But where's that red one going? If you move it at all, and you have to move it to get this one space for this one.
And you have to have a little weight, or you won't get through that port.
And a bit of weight, you could be a steal of one. Throw it to the boards and score one. Is it even there?
I don't know. Is she throwing it to the boards?
Nope. They're going to
give
it a go.
Yeah, I don't know that I see this.
It's going to curl enough that it's going to hit the red rock. So you're not going to be shot unless you roll off. By rolling off, you're clipping out your own shot rock. So be careful here.
Final stone, Bing Wu Wen.
Another one that slowed down.
I was just gone as far as line, too.
So that one they just kick away will be one for China in the 7th. Tuesday night in Beijing. We're here at the Capitol Indoor Stadium for the World Women's Curling Championship presented by Ford of Canada. So here are the standings presently with the games that have concluded, and Canada remains undefeated. 7 straight wins, followed by Sweden. Czech Republic still hanging in there. The team from Prague. Switzerland loses. Russia's there at 4-3. The U.S. would love to stay there with them, and then you see the teams on the downside, including Scotland after their loss to Canada, which sets up a very big game. The Canadians now have and will be idle through tomorrow morning till tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. Beijing time, Wednesday morning, 2 a.m. Eastern time. Anna Hasselborg, Rachel Homan, the battle for first place, and you never know that last rock and in that 1-2 page playoff.
Oh, it's huge. It's absolutely
Massive.
huge. Both teams coming off 89% games tonight. That could be a beauty.
A lot of confidence by both teams coming into that game.
10.
I'll have to keep an eye on the draw weight speed here. Nina Ross definitely, they lost it hogline in. Bing Wang wasn't even close.
Eighth then for USA. You just want to make sure you can score here. Love to get a deuce, but you can't do it, give up any kind of steal.
We can't forget the teams that are at the 4-loss level. So Italy and Germany. Final stone on the way for Daniela Jentsch out of Fusen.
Penalty line. Penalty.
And there's the draw for 2.
China rolled open a bit here, so now a chance to roll back underneath if they can for USA.
Aileen Geving throwing the second stones. Rebecca Hamilton is the lead. Tabitha Peterson the third, and Nina Roth is the skip of the U.S. champion team from Madison, Wisconsin.
They thought that was wide and going to roll to the open side, but it curled right up. Keep an eye on that too. Definitely room to roll under now.
And to make these rolls, you want to bring the weight down so you can bring your brushers into play. But at this time of the game where we've seen things jumping, it's a little scary to do so.
Chinese team skipped by Bingyu Wang. This is she still has 3/4 of the team that won the championship in 2009. The third is the new player Rui Wang. This team from Harbin, 2 hours northeast by plane from Beijing. Very close to the Russian border.
That's fine. If they roll under.
Yeah, I don't think this is high in the house. I don't think if you're China, if you want to roll left now, you just basically will force USA to loop around and it'll be another corner for them. So sitting right there wouldn't be bad. To roll a little bit center line.
Those little strategy keys, isn't it? That you some of the teams that just haven't quite figured those nuances out.
Yeah, you think rolling left, great,
yeah.
We'll roll behind the corner.
Yeah, because you've been trying to roll buried, so you're saying, well, why can't I roll buried now? But you're absolutely correct. It would set up an easy come-around situation.
Rolling this way is kind of good.
Perfect spot by China.
I have to roll up, right?
Play that same board. Whoa, back. Whoa. Eileen. Gotta go.
Oh, now.
It's close, though.
Coming back.
Oh, it did.
And it will.
Boy, that's huge. It's actually the perfect roll because there's a pretty good chance China won't hang around, and then you've got the offensive try.
Yeah, how big is that to give you? You roll out on that, China's going around. Now you get forced. You might give up a steal.
Ooh, that's out.
Rui Wang is a former world mixed doubles silver medalist.
That's the most underrated shot, in my opinion. It's just hit and stay.
Because the USA hasn't been able to hit and roll to this spot, so they'll be able to draw there.
They can sure bury it here.
Becca Hamilton on the left. Eileen Geving. And around they go.
All because that red one didn't stay in the paint.
If you are joining us for the first time, Bingyu Wang, who won the championship in 2009, took a couple of years away from the game to start a family, and now returns.
Talking about the run back here. 6-1, Cheryl.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I guess it depends. You know, looking at her draws for Bingyu Wang, she's been 53% in her draws. So maybe this is why the call for the run back.
Yan Zhu, who throws the lead stones, holds the brush for Bingyu Wang and leaves the scrubbing up to Jinli Liu and Rui Wang.
It's just been one of those weeks for this team.
You know, maybe being away from the competitive scene for a couple of years, and then when you come back, you're at home in your own country under a lot of pressure and scrutiny.
Now, her last Worlds was 13. Actually.
Yeah, that's.
So that would have been Riga, Latvia.
That's right. Yeah.
And the win by Muirhead.
Right.
You're okay?
And there you see just how disappointing a day it is for her.
So then if they were to hit and roll on the one that we have already. I don't want to be close to ours and leave a double.
And, you know, even that.
Right? Well, it would be even, but yeah.
Nina Roth at 77%. That's no great game for her either.
No, not
so
at all.
90? 95.
We're talking splits of 390, 395, so it's obviously beautiful speed here still, inside out.
Nope.
Little pressure on the brushers to try to get this just even, so there's no double. This is really running.
Hamilton and Geving. This is a free one for them.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And run all it does, right back to the back edge of the 8.
What'd I throw? 75.
Well, it's either the double or just a simple hit and roll behind the corner. That might be easier.
Oh, okay.
Make that track is just quicker. Inside out, straight side.
keep control of the game. If you can make this roll, force Nina to throw the draw for 1.
hard. Hard! Down! Hard! Hard!
Whoa. Now the catcher.
Oh, might not get it out.
And they will not.
Oh, no.
Man.
Oh, trying so hard for that roll.
Yeah. Wow. Think this out, Cheryl. The United States hung on the corner. China almost, there's the red one there, missed by a fraction. If it stays in the rings, USA has to chase it. So that gave them that come around. They made the come around. Bing Yuang just barely missed the run back. All of a sudden, it's a free draw for 3 out of nowhere.
Just hasn't been able to make her shots, Bing Wang.
Line's good. Go, Line's good.
55%.
Hard, girls.
Her overall performance.
Hard. Starting to back a little now. Go, Becca. Everything you got.
Go,
Everything
Becca.
you got. Go, 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 go.
Out
Never
comes
stop, never
Peterson. And they'll get it there. And that will be 3 for the U.S. Nina Roth. Americans trying to stay among the playoff contenders. Welcome back to Beijing and our continuing coverage of the World Women's Curling Championship presented by Ford of Canada. On this Tuesday evening, Team Canada is already off the ice after an 8-2 win over Scotland to win a 7th straight and remain 1 game better than Sweden, who win over Switzerland. So Sweden right behind at 6-1, setting up a very big game with the Swedes. We'll have it for you Wednesday morning at 2 a.m. Eastern time. So our attention now is on this game, China against the U.S. The Americans just putting 3 on the board in the 8th.
Whoa. You're here, Abby.
And so here in 9, trailing by 2, it is China that does have the last rock, playing the Redstones.
Hey, Tab. That's fine.
USA in control. Just force this end if they can.
What'd you get for that split?
Even go worst case, you give up a deuce this end and you go into 10 tied with the hammer. That extra point in the
Oh, that was huge, eh?
8th was huge. Yeah, massive.
Didn't see a 3 coming there.
No. You could just see that for Bing Yuang, just trying, it's the pressure, right? Trying so hard to make that roll. You sometimes feed it a little bit towards where you want it to go to, and it just over curled and no chance to hold it.
Heel. Good.
Ooh,
A little wobble.
a double wobble.
Whoa, Tab, off. Clean. Yep. Sorry. Great shot.
This game being played on the outside sheet, and again the discoloration, the thought of maybe some frost starting to creep in. And also this is one of the worst sheets when it comes to that the spider web in the ice.
Yeah,
it's
that's
really noticeable, but again we point out there were some problems with the initial water that went down over the paint. That water has caused the paint to separate, as you see it here. Really has an effect. But those cracks you see are in the paint below the surface, and they do not affect the stones.
Maybe it was all done to match China's pants.
Has to be.
I think
Yeah.
so. There was a plan there.
Somebody got very lucky. 1-0 game on the ice, and it is Italy and Germany in a 4-4 tie. And again, keep in mind, we're seeing a little bit of a breakaway here at the top of the table with Canada and Sweden. So 4 is really part of the picture right now, even possibly 5 if teams continue to fall back. The Italian skip Diana Gaspari for a single. So Germany down by 1 will have the last rock coming home.
There's 9 teams within a game of each other for that probably last playoff spots. Starting to look like Canada and Sweden are pulling away. So if you give up those 2 spots, Denmark hasn't won a game. So you eliminate them, but every single team other than those 3 are right beside each other. It's amazing.
Just beating each other.
3 days of tiebreakers.
What do they do if we peel? Half berry up here. What if we peel? Peel out those top ones. I don't know if they red ones. Like a timeout. Okay. Do you want to ask? Sure. I just don't know what that's doing for them. Hello.
Timeout is being called by the U.S. Each team given 1 60-second timeout.
So I'm wondering if we just get in here and make her ring smaller, take away this, because this is what she wants to play.
And Swisshelm, former world champion back in 2003 with Deb McCormick.
But I mean, even if you come
The only
here,
championship for the Americans.
You use it for a run?
Because this, yeah.
Right. They've already got 2 guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we either have to go right there and beat them, and block that, go to another one on the open side. And then we just get right. I think we go right here.
Here?
Make it real good.
Okay.
Things are a little straighter with that shot by Haynes. We just
This is a 14-3.
straighter.
Yeah.
And it moves.
Yep. When things finish,
Edge at 8, I think.
might get a little straighter. Speeds are still.
And it's okay if it's like,
Yep. I mean, we want a piece under, but
I think we go here.
Anywhere.
I like that.
You want top 8
In this.
a little bit under. They may hit and pull back.
Okay. Then we just follow them. Yeah.
Everybody like this broom?
I like Anne's
sounds good.
thought on this, that really to beat him there, you peel that corner guard, you know where China's going. They're going around that stagger. You might not get a chance at it, so beat them in. You don't have to make this perfect. You just even edge to edge top 4. And what do they do with it? Because that's kind of China's out, is around that stagger right now.
I agree.
Line's good. Got the room.
Line's
Starting
good.
to curl now. Line's good.
Keep this pretty high, though. I don't want to be back to the T line.
Yep, you gotta go.
Tabitha Peterson.
Room, you gotta go. Line's good. Hard line. Hard line. Where is it? Hard. Gotta be here. Gotta be here. Gotta be here. Gotta bounce off. Gotta bounce off. Gotta bounce.
And they pulled the string on it.
Yeah, and you really wanted to rub off. They called for top 8, mid 8, which would have worked, but a little light and didn't even get a rub off. Now it's kind of another stagger to come around.
China with last rock here in 9, playing the Red Stones. So a chance to get something going here.
Gotta be here. Gotta bounce off. Gotta bounce.
You ignore the shot stone and just go around.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to curl.
And too heavy.
Wow.
Just a little bit of an overcorrection, seeing one come light, and you think you got to give it a little extra. We've seen the couple ends before where rocks have been coming down on the side path.
Just that dusting of frost out there, especially on the board side.
Right in there, Tab.
you throw a couple down there, you brush a couple aggressively down there. It just makes that spot a little greasier than a spot that hasn't been played. And it's all memory work out there.
Lots of room.
This game being played on sheet D, whereas the Canada game was on the other side of the stadium. So same things apply. You get that heat coming off the crowd and affecting maybe the side closest to the boards.
Eileen, finish it hard.
But then again, we're not. There's not a lot of hard finish here.
Nope. No, you're right.
Is there?
You're right. I think it's slowing down a hair too, which has got less time to curl. That's a good spot though.
Really good. Can't get a roll under. It's usable.
漏多少打多少，正常击打。
If you ever make this back yellow one go away, Cheryl, the one aim at this one, get that back yellow stay. There's an easy double on the corner there. You could bring in that other red into play here.
You could.
You got to make the double though.
Rui Wang as we play third stones.
Close.
Okay.
Oh, and then he stuffed it. That's a bad break. Leaves the Americans sitting 1 and 2.
打薄了。
You can see at the top, if you're Team China, you could hit that top yellow, roll in, kick that other yellow out. If they just made that double, there would have been a lonely yellow in there. China's not far off this week, but they can't seem to put 8 shots together. You get a good end going and there's one mistake, or you just put the draw in the wrong spot and let the team off the hook.
We put it in the same size tabs.
Just the consistency you need to. That's what we talk about with all the teams that finally get into the playoff weekends, is they've had a consistent week.
Yep.
Nothing too high, nothing too low.
Going out a hair wider here. I'd have to think it's a shade slower.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Little tight. Roll room.
Line's
Lots of
still
room.
good. Yeah, I got room.
Eileen.
Yep. Let's
Gotta
finish
make it go.
Yep, come on, you got a piece under, go. Piece under, go.
No, it just won't go.
Still think it's pretty good at edge to edge, most likely on that yellow. Tough to do much with. Deeper than they wanted, but they didn't want to leave any kind of roll underneath either.
Okay, a little faster.
What'd you get?
14.
14-2, it's still good.
Yeah, that's
Good speed.
great weight.
Can you make that back double? Can you get enough of it?
Just, I think.
I think so. Yep. Oh, yeah, there's room.
Make the double roll a little.
Whoa, Lisa.
Across the nose. Well, she'll get
Nice shot.
2 of them. Spins a little too far. Still leaves the U.S. Shot rock. 8 foot back of the tee line.
Great throw.
It just rolled a little less. Queued it up on the inside of that U.S. rock. Nice shot. Just stops there with that yellow one. It would be really tough to deal with.
I want to bury, or like you can even come back here.
Okay, this
But-
I think is most ideal.
All right, let's go.
I agree. Yeah, same way.
But to your point, Vic, if it's not finishing in here and this stops above the tee line, there might be a double for 3. Be very careful where the tolerance is on this one.
85.
So you're saying if she comes up maybe a little light, stops top 4 or something like that?
Exactly. Even top button. If the
outside edge of the rocks exposed at least half a rock, there will be a double. You might have to go deeper here.
Feels like more.
Final stone for the U.S. and Nina Roth.
Back here is okay.
Line's good. Curling.
Line's good.
Line.
Yeah.
Line.
Yeah, line. Line's good. Get it here, get it here.
Look at
Yeah,
this.
even. Go.
Well, when she needs a draw, she finds it. And pulls it out of the pocket, puts it top four.
She's been making draws all week. You like a skip to be able to do that?
Incredible draw weight all week.
Well, she's 80% this game.
Just perfect. Couldn't afford to wreck there either, Cheryl. Set up a possible 3. That could be a game winner, that one. You're forcing, I don't see much for more than 1. Nothing.
Straight draw?
Yeah,
Because you can't hit this.
no, and there's no backing here either. This is just a tough shot. You hate to have these in a night draw late in the game like this. Don't forget, 2 of the games are over, so they've left. So there's that much less body heat out there.
Just perfect by Nina.
Game saver.
Oh, there goes.
Game saver. Game saver. Wonderful. Binghu Wang digs deep for all the experience she has. Trails by 1.
The 2017 World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. The 2017 World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Cashmere Bathroom Tissue, nothing feels like cashmere. And by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Let's update the game between Italy and Germany. 5-4. The Italians lead as they play in 10. Final stone on the way for the German skip. This is Daniela Jentsch in a 4th world appearance. Bang. And there's 3, and the game for Germany.
Big for Germany to stay at 4.
Yeah, 7-5 is your final. So Germany stays at 4 losses. They're 3-4. Italy suffers a 5th loss. They go to 2-5. So only 1 game remains on the ice. And that is China against the USA. China with a great draw, Binghu Wang. For the single in 9. However, it is the U.S. that do have the last rock here in 10 playing the Yellowstone.
Rebecca trying the tick. Oh, very nice.
That might stay in the paint too. Good spin. No.
Good sweep, guys. Great pair. 直接旋逆，直接旋逆。再站一个呢？直接旋逆。直接旋一个吗，姐？点数有点大。13.5。
Incredible how that 3 crept up for against China. They don't give enough 3 points the entire game.
下线，加油擦擦哟！下线线路非常好，下线全力擦进来，下线下线一直下线擦。
专业的往前一点，踩踩呀！再来，踩踩呀！再来，踩踩！
Trying to use everything they can of that corner guard. So there are your updated standings. As we say, big bunch. Now the U.S. trying to join that group at 4 and 3.
Yeah.
Germany at 3 and 4. But again, we point out it sets up the big game. The Canadians are idle now until tomorrow afternoon, when they will play Sweden at 2 p.m. Beijing time. And we will have it for you at 2 a.m. Wednesday morning Eastern time. Canada against Sweden.
Great run back by USA. They get rid of that China stone, and they also roll off the corners.
2 perfect ticks and a run back. Just what a great way to finish this thing off.
Can I just go back a shot? They're going to go now around their corner. They decided to go around the U.S. corner, wider corner. Why wouldn't you go around your own with that shot and wait till now?
Just to save it, just to do it later. Because if you'd gone around one shot earlier, U.S. would peel it, and then they'd have to go around the weaker corner. So this is the prudent play, it really is. It was always going to be there.
Now again, if things are true here as they were on the other side of the arena where Canada played, not going to get as much curl to the outsides because of that plate effect.
Yeah, and you saw it even with their come around on the in-turn. It didn't go hard at the end. Kind of gets up to a little bit of a wall.
Yep. Hard. Hard roll. All the way out. Roll it out.
All Team China can do here is exactly what they're doing. They got the come around, you got the peel. You'll have to sit 2 at some point in time and just plain hope. A lot of teams would have guarded this rock in the rings, Cheryl, because this could set up a double to eliminate any chance of pressure on USA. I'm pretty sure they'll take a run at that center guard, out turn, peel, try to get them both.
Tabitha Peterson.
Same spot.
Same thing. Center guard.
Okay.
You could move it around a little bit to try not to give them the same, like across the center line a little bit. Try not to give them the same creative mistake.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Couple of nice saves there by
yeah, those are tricky.
Becca Hamilton.
Great peel.
Perfect end here by Team USA.
I know you're grasping here at straws, but
right.
do you ever try and... She'll always have, she being Nina Roth, the draw, but You want to make her face 2 or 3 if you can, but do you ever come down and try and freeze to the corner one of those stones on the edge, or is there
the yellows on the corner?
No point.
You could. It's so far away from pay dirt. That's the problem, and she just hit this open one. I think Bingyi Wang, if this peel is successfully made, you either go top 12 on top of the red one that's already in there and maybe entice them to play a double. Split the rings, equidistance to the pin, or maybe just top 12, Cheryl.
Yeah, top 12, even kind of top 8 so she can't hit it. I mean, she'll have the open one. She's trying to create a mistake, maybe a rollout.
You don't want to leave Nina Roth a draw. I know that.
Oh, she's been making all of them.
80% on her draws. She made that last one, of course, and brought her. She was at 79 and then brought her up to 80. 81% overall.
Brilliant draw weight.
If the angle's good here, they might take a crack at making the double. Main thing's kill this one. Ooh. So probably top, biting the top 8, Cheryl.
Yeah, I like that right there.
That'll probably stop Nina from playing the draw. With a 1-point lead, she'll probably hit that corner one, try to roll in.
Because you'd be drawing against the loss.
Right. These are tricky, though, because it's just so easy to be a foot heavy, and then it's a nose hit to win. Even if it's just in the paint, makes USA think. So often when you're the last game on the ice tightens up a little bit, a foot or two. So the hit would be the easier option for anybody out here.
Not a great day for Bingyi Wang. Rui Wang, Jinli Liu. Zhao. And is that the perfect spot?
Absolutely.
Now, she's made 2 great shots. When she made that draw to get the single, and now with her final stone is going to put some pressure on Nina Roth.
This is absolutely not the wrong call, because Nina Roth's made a million of these. She's put so many rocks in the forefoot in big situations. But as you say, it's against the loss. You could easily hit either one of these. You could hit and roll in a hair off the top one. You can hit and roll in a hair on the wide one, and you live to play another day, even if you miss it. Going out this far, night game, only team out here. If she's ever going to miss one, it could be this one. Weight's been perfect all week, but maybe a little slower here, Cheryl.
Full 8. Final stone, leads by 1. Trying to stay among the leaders and up her record to 4-3. So 7-8, button, back 4 weight.
Line's good still.
Line's good.
13-8. Line's great.
Nina Roth and the team from Madison are right on the mark to pick up the single, and they will win it to improve their record to 4-3. China falls to 2-5. 7-5 is your final. To complete day 4 of round robin play, Canada on top, still undefeated, 7 straight with their win over Scotland. Sweden 1 game behind, and look at the bunch now at 3, and the group of 3 at 4 losses. It's going to be a very, very tight final couple of days of round robin. Setting up the next game for Canada. They will be idle. They'll have tomorrow morning off. Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, 2 p.m. Beijing time. 2 a.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday morning. It'll be Canada against Sweden, the top two teams so far this week here in Beijing. So till we talk with you again, Wednesday morning, 2 a.m. Eastern Time, thank you for joining us. The World Women's Curling Championship from Beijing, presented by Ford of Canada on Canada's sports leader, TSN.